Heaven's certainly starting to look a bit neglected, especially when you compare it to Hell and how well it's starting to grow. So today, we'll equal the balance. Let's start city planning in Heaven. As with most of my colonies, we'll eventually expand it into different districts. So we'll have the likes of an agricultural district for everything farm and animal related, an industry or production district where we'll house all automation and resource gathering builds, and a civic district where buildings such as the town hall, restaurant, hospital and others will be located. I still don't have any real city design set in my head yet. It'll most likely evolve as we continue to grow Heaven, but I do know that I want every district we make to connect to each other in some way, most likely by roads and pathways and such, and that's probably a safe, if not boring, place to begin. So this area is the origin of the civic district, and these are big avenue roads which we'll place around for infrastructure. Fairly straightforward to make, just a lot of cobbled deep slate and some stone bricks. I have a rough layout for these pathways in mind, which will start from the town hall and work our way south towards my supply camp. This is a crossroad section which splits into 4 different ways, and what I'm going to do is come out 3 blocks away from the town hall, so to here, and we will set this first piece down into the ground pretty much there. So let's get the builder then coming out to do that for us. And the reason that I want it 3 blocks away from the town hall is that if we go into some decorations, I think this is under maybe greens, yes, planters. Let's just go with the cherry bush planter then, and I'll bring it back a bit. The town hall silhouette was being a bit stubborn there, but what we'll do is we'll place in some planters for decoration, just in that little gap separating the road and the town hall behind it. Cherry blossoms probably aren't a good one there. Let's say torch flowers, that's maybe a bit easier to see. So that would give us enough room between the build itself and hopefully the road. These bricks will be down into the ground and that then shouldn't interfere with it. Hopefully anyway, that's the plan. I really need to get myself some better enchanted tools at some point. We'll maybe head up to that village and grab a few idiots. Anyway, I want the builder to come out and finish this first piece then, and afterwards we'll continue expanding out with the rest of these road decorations. Promise is unfortunately hungry at the moment, so I'll need to quickly supply the restaurant with food. It's a shame that we don't have the cookery up yet, although maybe later today, because we could get it turning pig essence into raw pork chops for us, and that would save me running back to the supply camp just to do that. Although whilst I'm here, I may as well grab out a few deep slate essence. So we've picked up the cross 4 decoration and we need a lot of cobbled deep slate, stairs and some panels. And these road decorations are as straightforward as that. So what we'll do then to tidy this up towards the town hall is that I'm just going to dig out the 3 blocks here, and we'll have that avenue road connect to the town hall. Just like that. We'll get Promise coming out to do some straight parts and some curves at some point, but for now I need to do a bit more planning then with my stone bricks. Actually, just before I do, what I'm going to do is grab this up 1 decoration and then we'll get it into place here, just like that. Perfect, that will then take us down onto the layer underneath, and Promise you can go build that for us, then I can expand out southwards from it. Okay, good, she's just finished that there too. Now what I'm going to do from it is we're going to select an avenue bridge just made of stone, and which one is it? It's not span. It is span long then, so that is going to give us a very nice decorated bridge, which we'll try tuck in then just off of that one up. Yeah, that's looking pretty good there. Of course, you'll need to dig a bit further down for it, but that's grand. Let's go ahead with that then. This is going to be a bit more of a monster to make. The end of the bridge is 1 block above the layer underneath, which we're just going to fill in with yet another 1-up block. And then from that 1-up block, we are then going to put in yet another crossroad decoration, which is nice and flush with this area here. So that is the start then of a path that would take you straight up towards the town hall. So you can then picture it that it'll eventually end up looking something akin to this. An unobstructed view of the town hall, just with a nice bridge that takes you up onto it. And of course, it doesn't make much sense to have a bridge just over some grass. So what we're going to do is we're going to clear out this entire area and maybe install a pond or some form of water feature. So that's the length away that I want the roads to be from the town hall. Let's look into the width of it then, which we're going to start with this block here, and I want to go, I think it's 35 blocks away, which that is right there. So that is 35 blocks away from the edge across the way there. Mysterious warriors have been spotted south of Hell. Ah, well, that's nice. Our first raid, not even in heaven, over in Hell. Just whenever I was starting to get into this. Right, sorry chaps, I will be back. We need to go take care of our very first raid. South is in this direction, so whereabouts are the barbarians spawning from? Ah, well, I think I see them. And have you guys spawned into the lava there? That is tremendous. I honestly shouldn't need to do much of anything here, except maybe remove some of the basalt and just let you all burn. Burn from a distance anyway. Or maybe let the piglin then take you out. In fact, yeah guys, shoot me. Shoot me with the piglin here. Oh, or just all die at once. I think there's maybe a little bit of lag happening here, but raid complete. Oh, very much a lot of lag going on there. That's the message that we've just defended Hell coming up. I think I'll maybe just quickly restart. So we have this 35 block gap from the crossroads there, taking us straight down to over here to where we'll place down yet another crossroads. And we'll then simply just expand further south here and we'll connect up both roads from either end of the bridge. Yes, I very much am in need of some enchanted tools just to make this process a little bit quicker. But there we are then. That is going to be 1/2 of this area that will eventually convert into a pond. Now to do the exact same on the opposite side. And this whole building process, laying in a few road foundations, is going to involve us also having to rip down pretty much all of the builds we've already installed. But that's alright, whenever we did install them, they were never meant to be properly placed there, and I think I've got a much better location for them this time around, so really no issue at all. That's the pathways then pretty much put into place, looking not too bad so far, and then looking at the world map, yeah, things are starting to slot into shape. That's going to give us quite a big area in the middle to decorate there. I think we'll do a lot of good work with it. And it will give us a nice unobstructed view of the town hall and these other builds once we get them better placed. Next, what we're going to do is continue placing a few more straight roads just down the length here to the south. I really wish there was an easier way to do this, apart from maybe just doing it manually, which I probably will end up doing so. Now we'll need to come in and remove the house that we have recently just built, but it's okay because we will deconstruct it and find it a better home elsewhere. I'm also going to do the exact same with the restaurant and the tavern build here too. That's already quite a lot of work just for the one builder that we have. So what I think we'll do next is maybe just install yet another builder. Although before we do that, what we'll do is look into making a cookery build, which should be a luxury build, indeed it is. Here is the Shogun style cookery at level 1, and at level 5, a lot more impressive as we've come to expect. I really like that tree decoration there actually, but what we'll now do with it is we'll see if we can get it into place just somewhere in this little area that we've made behind here. So again, we're coming out 3 blocks away from the edge, and I think is that 4 blocks? 3 from the edge there and 3 from the edge there. So the cookery build will sit pretty much where it is here. Or maybe not. We seem to have some weird chunk issues right here where I can't place the colony out onto. Yeah, that doesn't look correct to me. The game's going a bit buggy here today. I'm not entirely sure what I've done. Yeah, honestly, I've never seen the colony boundary do that before. There's really no reason as to why it's removed some chunks here for us. I'll try maybe install a quick guard tower, see if that pushes it back, but this is a bit odd. Although in saying that, it's done the exact same thing on the opposite side, so definitely... oh, I have no idea. For the sake of progress, we'll just pretend that that little glitch doesn't exist. And so we're then able to get down the cookery build and a builder's hut right beside it. And I think we've already had a new builder being assigned then with Chin, who is coming straight into the restaurant to start deconstructing it, and is probably going to complain about the lack of tools. As was promised there actually, but she has in some new shiny iron tools, and she's going to require a lot of materials here. I forgot she's only a level 1 builder and can't use iron tools yet. It's the builders in Hell who are level 2, they can use iron. But we need a lot of andesite for this bridge decoration, a few more cobble deep slate, and dark andesite, which is a new material that I've stumbled across recently actually, simply made by putting andesite into an architect's cutter to make the dark andesite bricks, and similar method with the polished andesite bricks. That's promised, now 100% supplied, and she's got a little bit of work ahead of her here, but making some okay progress. I think what we'll do with the new builder is we'll just let him continue mining away, deconstructing the restaurant here. Then I'll get him doing the same to the house, and then with the space that it'll create, we'll then get the restaurant reinstalled over here. Well, that's given them lot something to do, so now to go make ourselves busy. And in order for us to be busy, I am going to need some idiots, some non-citizen idiots, if I could find them. But there doesn't seem to be any around. Oh, don't tell me they've already been killed. Oh no, they haven't been killed. They're all stuck in this pen. Oh, whatever. So you come with me, as do you, and in fact, all of you just come here. Wish I could pick up the sheep. And my squatting has made the tree grow big. Oh, you haven't suffocated. Even better. Okay, well, that was a lot easier than I thought. So we need a few trader blocks. Maybe not that many. Misclick. Let's make a farmer unit, a breeder unit, and an incubator. Let's get a farmer into the farmer unit, and it will grow carrots. Those carrots will come down into a hopper and then into a breeder, where we'll stick in a further 2 idiots, so there's some food. They'll do the nasty. We'll get out some kids, which will go into an incubator. They'll grow up into another hopper and into a backpack. An infinite source of idiots. Then we need some sugarcane in order to turn that into paper, so we can then eventually make some lecterns. And that's the bridge decoration now complete across the way. We'll head over there and check that out in a second. For now though, we'll grab him and we'll stick them into these traders for some easy librarians. And oh, Silk Touch right from the get-go, so that's good. We'll just cycle through these trades until we get what we need. I don't think we're growing essence here yet. What the hell has she deconstructed already? Yes, I don't think we've got emerald essence yet because we need to make an emerald seed. That's not too difficult actually. There we are then. That should be 1 emerald seed for us. And we'll get this stuck into the sower in the first place there. Let's get a few of these other things growing and out the road. Good. Somewhere here in the farm then we should have emeralds starting to be grown for us. Well, I couldn't find a plant, but there is some emerald essence for us. I think Promise deconstructed the guard tower that was here, that's why that was so quick, and she's in the process of removing the house at the moment, which is absolutely fine. The new bridge is up and looking pretty good so far. We will need to come out and dig away at it eventually, just so that we can get some water running under it, but so far I'm pretty happy with this. Although maybe to speed the process up a little bit, I will try my best to come out and assist. There's Promise deconstructed the rest of that house. Perfect, so that space is now free for the restaurant once we get it down. Grand, that's the restaurant now down, so I can pick it up. And we'll get it placed straight back down in this area over here. Yes, I've got the free spaces to either end for decoration. On this side, it's a little bit higher than the others, but it does eventually go up. Yes, I think that looks okay there. Let's not think too much more about it. And decoration partially outside of the colony because of this damn little glitchy bit. I can fix that. And we'll have one of our builders come straight back out and reconstruct this to level 1. Alrighty then, Promise. What are we currently getting up to? Another crossroad decoration, that's absolutely fine. As for you, new builder, what's the issue with you? You're needing stone bricks, that's okay. What are you doing at the moment? Oh, you're also doing a decoration. And I can't actually give you any of these items here because your inventory's full because you've deconstructed the restaurant. Right, second thoughts then. Let's maybe just actually build your building. You stop what you're doing. We'll need to go to the town hall for that. Although it would be handy if Chin just took on all of the decoration work and let the proper builder Promise do the actual building work. Okay, change of plan. Give me everything here. I'll give this to Promise, whose inventory space is also pretty full by the looks of it. I can maybe free up some space by taking iron tools back out. We are definitely going to need to get ourselves some couriers and a warehouse a lot sooner than later, I feel. Promise has picked up the restaurant build and should be making her way over to start the construction of it. And we have Chin just slowly working away at the other straight road decoration. I would very much like him to start the construction of his own builder's hut, but decoration is also good, I suppose. And it's that time again where I have hungry pups at the door. So I'm going to go see to them and just let these idiots finish off their builds. The builders have completed their builds and we've laid a few more pathways. The civic area is shaping up nicely. We will need to deconstruct Promise's builder's hut just so that we can finish off the pathway leading down through it, but that's a job for another time. For the moment, Promise is upgrading Chin's builder's hut to level 2. And Chin is upgrading the cookery or building the cookery to level 1. The usual standard nonsense for it, so we'll need to supply them with all that. Pretty much just the same story with the level 2 builder's hut. Nothing new on the list. We'll eventually construct a forester and a sawmill to take care of this process for us, but until then, I'm the monkey who'll need to do the work. I suppose the only real new item for the level 2 builds will be bamboo, which we are growing, but again, I've got a much easier way to obtain it. Declan, what the hell are you doing all the way out here? You shouldn't be leaving the colony's boundary. What the hell, man? Yeah, things are incredibly buggy around here today. The only build that we haven't reconstructed again is the triplex bee house, and the reason as to why is a simple one. I just can't think of a suitable place to put it. I'm trying to keep these avenue roads leading up to just more important civic-esque builds. Houses aren't really that important that we need to connect them up to the avenue roads, but what we will do with them is maybe then connect them up to, say, just these normal roads here. So where is the straight part of it? Yeah, we'll maybe then connect them up at some point just to these type of roads. They are a bit smaller, and I reckon we could fit in quite a few builds just to either side of them to make that compact, busy feel. A job and a worry for another day. As for the remainder of today, let's see about getting the cookery build up and also getting a level 2 builder, which I was more than sure I just supplied Promise with everything she required, but clearly not. There's a lot of flowers and such on the list. We need poppies, oxeye daisies, not skeletons, cornflowers, azure bluets, and a shit ton of grass. That's a lot better. I see that the builder's hut is getting a little shed extension to the back of it, so it's no longer just as open. Yeah, that's quite nice in here actually. And the cookery next door looks pretty much nearly ready to flag off. Well, there's the builder's hut next door. Thank you very much, Promise. So that's the very first level 2 build of the colony. And there's the cookery now done too. Good, we'll be able to go around and upgrade everything else within the colony to level 2 now. What we're going to do though is just get Promise to start deconstructing her hut, and we'll move it out the way. And we're going to hire, well, we already have a chef here, okay, so we're going to teach it a few recipes, mainly how to turn pig essence into raw pork chops and cow essence into raw beef. And then we'll need to teach them exactly what to do with that. So raw beef becomes steak and raw pork chops become cooked pork chops. So that will eventually get rid of these requests here within the open request list once I give them some essence from my farm. Bread, on the other hand, will need to be a bakery item. That'll need to be made over in a bakery, which we don't have one of those yet, but I think we'll save that for next time, seeing as we've done not too bad for today.